Okay, the next one is the paper with the title of a study on transfer pricing, considering fairness and profitability. Will be presented by Ms. Qian Huang from Waseda University. This paper is also co-authored with Mr. Shunichi Ohmori, also from Waseda University. Okay?
Okay.
Qian Huang, please.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Huang Qian. I'm from Waseda University. And today I will give you a presentation on the title of a study on transfer pricing, considering fairness and profitability. And this is our outline. Let's start with the introduction. Compared with the domestic manufacturing, there are more challenges to global manufacturing, since, as in Figure 1, the increasing of international trade year by year, the focused issue of multinational cooperation are more about the tariffs, rules of origin, the exchange rate fluctuations, and the free trade agreement and the transfer price, because especially the transfer price directly influence on the cost and the sales revenue of a company. It becomes a hot issue in recent years. And what is the transfer price? The definition is that the internal price among related members of a group company is an important financial and business issue. And why it is so important? Because it influences on the total profit after tax of a group company, and also the profit after tax of individual members. And the objective of the research is the supply chain network of a multinational group company. And like in Figure 1, the case is it is motivated by a Japanese manufacturing company, and the supply chain network has many layers, from the supplier to the parts factory and the key parts factory and the assembly factory and the sales distributor and market. And the transfer price can be adjusted among members of the group company as a green lines. And the problem to solve in this research is a trade-off between profitability and fairness. Because for a group company, they want to benefit of the whole company, but however, for the individual members of a group company, they want the benefit of each member. For detail, the objective of a group company is more about the profitability. They want to maximize the total profit of a group company, even to lose some members' benefit. But however, and for the objective of each member is more about the care about the fairness. The objective is to maximize their own benefit, the fairness among members. So the proposal of the research is as below. In order to avoid the imbalance between the objectives of a group company and the individual members, a profit allocation approach is proposed that consider profitability and fairness using transfer pricing on supply chain network design, and a much objective optimization mode using mixed integer linear programming and fuzzy programming is to be proposed. In order to measure the fairness, membership function is used to define the satisfaction. Using the definition of Zimmermann, this research defined the membership function μzi, which indicates the degree of satisfaction of each object function, zi, as follows. Please see the picture 3 and the membership function of zi. When the value of zi is below zi mini, it means unsatisfaction, and μzi will be 0. And however, when the value of zi is higher than zi max, it means the satisfaction, and the mu zi will be 1. And when the value of zi is between zi mini and zi max, and the value of the mu zi will become 0 and 1. So how about the design variables related with the degree of satisfaction? In these studies, we have 3 design variables. One is the transportation volume, and the other is the transfer price and the setup of production line. So when the transfer price changes, the object function is also changing, and then we can get the degree of satisfaction of each member. So the profitability and the fairness can be balanced simultaneously using transfer pricing. The proposed model is as below. The final proposal is about model 3, the fair perfect maximization supply chain network design model with transfer price. And it is developed by model 1, the total profit maximization supply chain network design model, and model 2, total profit maximization supply chain network design model with transfer pricing. Then let's come to the case study. This study is motivated by the heavy industry. The target company is a global company who has production and sales members all over the world. And this is the input data. And table 1 is the loads of a case study. Then the numerical experiment is conducted to verify the effectiveness of a multi-objective optimization mode considering profit and fairness. And analysis 1, the profit of total and individual, and the analysis 2, the degree of satisfaction of total and individual. And we compared these 3 modes in this research. And the result 1, the profit of total and individual. Please see table 2. And this is load numbers. And load numbers from 9 to 26 is the profit of each member. And the last 9 is the total profit of the whole company. And the model 1 and model 2 is to maximize the total profit. And model 3 is more about the fair and also the profit. So from the table, we can see that the fuzzy with TP variable approach is optimized compared to model 1 and model 2. The unprofitable individual members disappeared like the red line, and profit is guaranteed among individual members. And the result 2, the degree of satisfaction of total and individual. And also, this is the degree of membership function of every members and the total company. So from the research, from the table, we can see that model 3 is less variation in degree of satisfaction among the group company and the members. You can see the green line here. And however, by considering the fairness, the satisfaction of the whole is decreasing from 1 to 0.55. So the higher degree is more preferable, we think. So this is what we want to do in the next step. And the conclusion, in this study, a profit allocation approach with a multi-objective optimization mode using mixed integer linear programming and fuzzy programming is proposed that consider profitability and fairness using transfer pricing on supply chain network design. The proposed model is effective in profit allocation between the group company and the individual members. And this is a reference. Thank you very much for your attention.
Ms. Qian Huang, for your presentations. It's a really interesting topic, a study of transfer pricing using fairness and profitability. So everyone, could you please give applause virtually by clicking reactions on the Yeah. And the button below
Yeah.
on your screens. Thank you very much. Okay. Very good presentation. Before we move on to the next presenter, I would like to invite everyone, if you have any questions to Ms. Huang or probably to Professor Ohmori.
Pak Imam,
Yes.
I would like to ask questions. It's Lala.
Yes, please identify your names. Okay, so Lala.
Okay, my name is Lala. I would like to ask one question actually. I probably missed something in your presentation. I'm curious about how we can measure the fairness in the real, I mean, in the observation, or it is different between degree of satisfaction, or it is includes in the satisfaction. You can get what I mean.
Yeah, you mean that the how to
measure the fairness. You're measuring about the profitability and also the fairness. And my question is, how do you
quantify?
How do you quantify the fairness?
How do you quantify the fairness
from the observation or from in the real life?
Yes, thank you for your question. And about the fairness in these studies, we measure that by the membership function, and which can say by the satisfaction of each member. So we change the we measure that by the profit of each member, and we then change the profit to the satisfaction, the degree of satisfaction, like this.
Okay, so you have a range of the satisfaction level, and you put the profit of each member into the range of the satisfaction level.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's a very good point. I am, by the way, the co-author of these presentations.
Yeah.
And can you go to the result page?
Okay.
We use the minimax approach for the satisfactions. So we like to maximize the minimum of the satisfaction in this case. So the next page, please. Yeah, here. So in the first two models, some members get 0 satisfactions. However, in the model 3, which is our proposed model, each member has a little bit of satisfactions. By saying this, we say that it is fair for each members. So actually, we didn't measure the fairness itself, but we use the minimax approach. By doing so, we can, realize the fair profit distributions. But that's a very good point. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the answer. That's explained a lot. Thank you.
So you basically, smooth the level of the satisfactions.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Before time is keep ticking, I'd like to move on to the next presenters. Before we move on to the next presenter, once again, please give applause to this presentation. Thank you very much. Very good presentations.